Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard nothing. The wall's sure looking good lately. Guess Abbott found some more paint.
They ain't very nice. They're called gunners. So if you see any, make sure you stay far away from them, all right? Okay, now, I gotta go. But wherever you are, stay safe. I'll see you again soon, sweetheart. Oh, hey, Slick. Didn't hear you come in. Turns out our radio connection between the hub and the ASAMs works just fine. I was just recording a message for someone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, after the whole gunner thing, I just... well... It's kind of... this is awkward. Was sort of hoping to keep this private. What I wouldn't give for an interruption right now.
Search complete.
Huh? Oh, right. I asked the robot to find my screwdriver. Good timing. I don't mean to question your logic, Chip, but does that look like a screwdriver to you?
Affirmative.
You know what? You're right. Turns out this hammer is my screwdriver after all. Good work. Now, why don't you go patrol or something?
Protect and serve.
That bot ain't right.
You need some help.
You think? Tell you what, Slick. If you can find my screwdriver, I'll tell you who I was recording a message for. It's probably past time I told you anyway. Sound fair?
All right, deal.
All right, then. We have ourselves a gentleman's agreement.
Connie Allen there with,
These appear worthless. Surely we can leave them behind.
Some recent activity in, here, in Diamond City that you might want to know about. I've heard, I mean, it seems that Nick Valentine is looking into some former residents of
Here.
Hey, you found it. Thanks. Was driving me nuts looking for this thing. Okay, you held up your side of the deal. I'll spill the beans on who I was recording that message for. You ready for a little history of Jake?
Tell me the whole story.
All right, full backstory it is. So, as I'm sure you already figured out, I'm not exactly local to these parts. I come from a settlement called Sanford. You ever heard of it? It's a nice place, providing you don't mind the odd cyclone or two.
That sounds pretty dangerous.
What? The cyclones? Nah, they ain't that bad. Once you learn the habit to nail things down, you barely notice them. Anyway, that's where I grew up and became a young man. And where I met this young woman. One thing led to another, and... well, you know how it goes. You met someone and had a son, and I met someone and had a...
Go on.
well, I had a daughter. I named her Laura. And from the moment she was born, that kid became my world. What the... oh, that damn generator again! This is the 5th time it's stalled today!
Again?
It's the old plutonium well, the generator that kickstarts the fission reaction. It's been real temperamental lately. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, could you go get it started again for me? It probably just needs refueling.
Nuclear protection on a budget.
Hey, robot.
Protect and serve.
I assume you can fix that?
Affirmative. Please stand by.
Hey, how's it going? Seen you around town before. I don't suppose you'd be interested in checking out the mostly open, new and improved Fallon's department store, would you?
That does sound interesting.
Doesn't it? Told Carnal someone would stop by eventually. All right. Well, if you'll just follow me inside.
Excuse me.
God dang it to hell! You bagged a freaking Concord Deathclaw! This is unfreaking believable! Everyone from DC to Miami knows of this beast, and you done killed it! I demand to know how in Adam's name did you pull this off?
Believe me, it wasn't easy.
Oh, Daddy. This hunter beat you fair and square. There's no need to get all ornery about it. And where are our manners? I'm dreadfully sorry. This here tired old hunter is my father, Elias Thompson. And I'm Ruby Thompson. We've kinda set up shop here in Concord.
I'm not sorry! Having that damnable Deathclaw's head on my mantelpiece was going to be my crowning trophy!
Daddy, I think we should invite them home so we can hear the story in more comfortable surrounds.
Alright, fine. Our house is the two-story on the outskirts of town near the old church. Still want to know how in Adam's name you managed it.
We would love you to come and share a meal with us whenever you can. No worries, no rush. Stop by some evening when you're free. Good company is always appreciated. Come on, Dad. Let's go and finish patching up the window like you promised. Bye for now.
Hello again.
I got the generator humming again, I see. Thanks. It's no fun trying to work in the dark. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So, the years pass, and Laura matures into a healthy and happy young girl. But me and her mother, Caitlin, we begin to realize that besides our daughter, we don't really have much in common. The spark we had when we were younger was long gone. So we decided to separate. And Laura went to live with her mom.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'd still see Laura all the time, though. She'd come over to my place, and we'd go on little adventures together, build things, read to each other. And the times we were apart, we'd stay in touch using radio. She never got bored of her old man. And I never got tired showing her just how much he meant to me.
A child needs all the love you can give them.
Truer words have never been spoken. So, one day I broadcasted our usual radio time to say goodnight, but there's no response. Now, you gotta understand, Laura's the most punctual kid you'd ever meet. She was never late for anything. Naturally, I began to panic a little, worrying if something bad might have happened to her. So I rushed over to Caitlin's house and...
Do you need a minute to gather your thoughts?
Sorry. I was just remembering. You see, when I got there, I found...
Multiple hostile targets detected. Requesting backup.
Huh? Hostile targets? What is that robot?
Flee, 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 flee.
Oh, for crying out loud. Could you go lend the bucket of bolts a hand? As annoying as it can be sometimes, it'd be a pain in the ass to have to rebuild it.
Radiation should be avoided at all costs. It could damage you irreparably.
Excuse me.
Thanks for dealing with that. Now, let's see if I can finish my story. So, I arrive at Caitlin's house, gun in hand and ready for the worst. I open the door and there was no one there.
What do you mean? What happened?
At first I thought someone must have broken into the place, abducted Caitlin and my kid. But more I looked around, the more I realized everything was tidy. No signs of struggle. And then I noticed all their belongings were missing. I ran to Laura's room. All her toys, books, even her ham radio was gone. They hadn't been kidnapped. They just packed up and left.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you?
Caitlin sure didn't. And I doubt Laura knew anything about it. Well, there's no way in hell I was gonna let Caitlin just disappear with my daughter. After asking around, I found out they booked passage on a caravan. They'd set off that very morning. I dashed back home, gathered a few essentials, and set off in pursuit.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
You'd know that better than most. Anyway, I tracked that damn caravan halfway across the wasteland. By the time I caught up with it, it had made its final stop. Here, in the Commonwealth. Caitlin and Laura had already departed, but I knew where they were now. Since then, I've put out a radio message every night, hoping Laura might hear it. Know that her dad is out here looking for her. After our little run-in with the gunners, I needed to warn her to stay away from them. I know she probably won't hear it, but still, I had to try.
You only wanted to keep her safe.
Yeah. I just hope wherever she is, she hears my warning. I've not really spoken to anyone about Laura since I got here. Unless you count the Ron. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feels good to finally share. Get everything off my chest.
Oh, what is it now? Feral dwarves? Irradiated death claws?
Gotta love Betty Hutton, right? Okay.
What? What's all this about death claws?
Oh, old Paul! Sorry, I wasn't expecting visitors.
Something up?
Well, cheese and crackers. You must be the ones with the ASM sensors, eh?
Me and my partner here, yeah. And they're called ASAMs.
Is it true what the old geezer said? Can ASMs really help build up settlements?
Well, sure, as long as what your settlement needs are some homes or farms or a scrap heap. But I should warn you, recently there's been some trouble with...
Gee, a scrap heap. Well, that settles it. We'll take 100 ASMs, please. How many caps does that come to?
Whoa, slow down. We're not just peddling some product here. Besides, I'm not even sure we should be handing these things out anymore.
What makes you say that?
I mean, don't tell me you've already forgotten. That Aiden guy may have been a Brahmin's ass, but he did have a point. It's a fair bet that settlement got attacked because they used ASAMs. Who's to say the same thing wouldn't happen again?
There's no good answer. Taking action puts us at risk, but inaction could be deadly.
I'm just not sure it's right to give out sensors to random settlements no more. Not if it puts them in danger.
If you're concerned about giving sensors out to strangers, why not have them join us instead? I've got no problem defending those we bring into the fold.
Hey, we'd be happy to join with ya. Right now we're kind of living rough, so whatever it takes to get some ASMs, eh?
I don't know.
You need to decide, Jake. What's it gonna be?
I don't know. After the whole gunner thing. What do you think, Slick? What's the right thing to do?
Don't worry. I'll get you up and running.
Really? You'd have us? Aw, geez, thanks.
I still think we're maybe asking for trouble. But I think you're right. We can't be scared to help folks. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, you really don't know what this means to us. Thank you so much.
No problem. Welcome to the family. Sorry, what's your name?
Hubert. Here, I'll mark where we're staying on your Pip-Boy. I'll run ahead and tell the others. Meet you there, eh?
I'll tag along with the young'un. I'm fairly familiar with sensors by now. I'll get his people up to speed before you arrive.
Here, Slick, take these. A few extra ASAMs, in case you need them. Let's get these folks up and running. And if the gunners do show up again, well, we'll just have to put them in their place, won't we? I'm gonna get back to repairing the hub. Oh, and thanks again for listening today. Good luck now.
Returning fire. Engaging defensive countermeasures. You should wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle it.
Of the week, Hubert. Couldn't you have taken just one day off?
See? Here they are now, I told ya. No building problem at all.
You really are still got it. After I've dealt with this, remind me to explain the meaning of low profile to you. Okay, that's far enough. Throw your weapon on the ground. Let's see those hands in the air.
Ho! Let's calm down. Let's talk this out.
There's nothing to talk about. Hubert may have asked to join you, but he doesn't speak for all of us. And I don't for a second believe what he or this old man say about these ASAM sensors. ASAMs? ASAM, whatever. Look, I don't want to hurt you, but I don't trust your reasons for being here. So please, just hand over your weapon.
But I want to help you guys.
All right, fine. You can hold on to your weapon. I better not regret this.
See, Stodge? No shooting. I told you it was all good. No one's here to hurt us. So why not listen about the ASAMs now, eh? If we join this nice fella, he'd help us build this place into a real home.
Youngest, right. Seen these sensors in action myself. Just the thing for a fledgling settlement. Okay, fine. If it shuts the two of you up, I'll listen. But I'm still not convinced these things are the answer to a new home.
I want to help, but I don't like the secrecy. Who are you, really?
Considering you've not shot any of us yet, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. You ever heard of the Gunners? They're a merc group with a nasty mean streak. I actually used to run with them a couple of decades ago. But back then, they weren't so bad. But recently, they've been making a real nuisance of themselves, laying claim to territory all over the Commonwealth. Their most recent claim was our settlement. They annexed it. So we ran. Now we're just trying to lay low and rebuild what we lost. But, if you ask me, the Gunners are up to something. They were never this territorial before. If you happen to run into any of them, watch yourself.
What would it take to convince you?
Okay. Even if I did believe these ASAMs do everything I've been told, how do I know we could trust you? We just had our old home taken from us by goddamn mercenaries. Had to flee just so we wouldn't become indentured workers. So I can't say I'm thrilled with the idea of us running, only to be leashed by some new landlord, making promises they can't keep. Even if these senses of yours work, I'd need to know we're not signing over our independence and freedom. I need to know you're on the level.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
And just what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what he said. The sensors just provide you the means, but the responsibility's on you. You put in the work, and what you build is yours. Now that sure sounds like independence and freedom to me.
Well, when you put it like that. Okay, I'll go along with this whole sensor thing. We'll join with you. You better not try and screw us over.
Oh, great. Was Dodge on board? Everyone else will fall right in line.
But I've one condition, and it's non-negotiable. We'll join with you, and use your sensors. But you gotta let us decide how we use them. If we're gonna make a new home, then we should have the say in how it's built.
Fair enough.
All right. Well then, I think we can make this work. Okay, everyone, listen up. This is how we're gonna do things. We need to decide on a leader. Someone who can take charge of the building effort, and then run the place once construction's done. Most of us have skills that'd be useful in a leadership position. So anyone who thinks they're up to the task, step forward and make yourself known. I'll go first. What the? I can't say I expected Hubert to step forward. But what are you doing, old man? You're not one of us.
I've already benefited from the sensors. If I can, I'd like to return some of the kindness shown to me and help you people out. I know I may not look like much, but I've been around a while. Reckon I could offer some useful guidance, at least until you're on your feet.
Fair enough. But all three of us can't lead. We'll have to pick just one of us.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you decide who gets put in charge? I think you'd probably choose a good leader.
All right, I'll do it.
Well, that's all kinds of fantastic. I can't wait to see who you pick. How's it going, eh? Got someone in mind for the job?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh boy, where to start? Well, I was born, then I was a baby for a while, then a whole bunch of stuff happened. And naturally, I ended up joining the Children of Adam. Nice guys, but a bit too serious. So I left them and went walkabout, and then I met Stodge. Saved me from a real big mole rat. Then eventually me, Stodge, and some others formed a settlement. Then we lost it. Then we came here. Think that's about everything.
I still haven't decided.
Oh, okay then.
Hi.
Huh? You made up your mind?
It would be nice to know more about you.
What? Am I story time stodge now? What would you even want to know? How about that I'm a ghoul? Probably didn't notice that, did you? I'm not one of those decrepit pre-war ones, though. Although, I am pretty old. Old enough to have been a gunner. Back when that title was still worth something. But that was long ago. These days, I'm more concerned with keeping me and mine safe from anything the Commonwealth can throw at us. Which is a lot.
I'll have to think about it a bit more before I decide.
Fine.
Made your pick, have you?
I've made my choice.
I'm all ears. Who'd you go with?
How about you?
Aha! This old ghost still got some life left in him after all.
What the? There is a lot more of this up here than I was led to believe. Continued hostilities is not advised. I believe you're supposed to file a police report, yes? We must take cover from these vertebrae.
Let's trade some things.
People are thirsty. This place is a dump.
How long? Ago did the bombs fall again?
signs are still within acceptable parameters. Have you found something interesting? Someone is nearby. Visual contact broken.
Gotta come out sooner or later! Good fight, human! You'll die well! Perfect.
Why is everything so dangerous up here?
We are the future!
me is playing the dickens with my
so
signal.
wanted to
One
visit.
moment.
Do they have tours?
My Protectron informs me you've delivered the item, but oh my. It seems you aren't the people I hired. But if you found the item, why risk bringing it to me? And how did you avoid its curse?
Hey, I'm just here for the rewards and glory.
In due time. You've done a service that must be repaid. Wherever the item goes, death and destruction follow. It's hard to spot in the wasteland, but it left a more obvious trail before the bombs fell. I traced its movements for centuries. On October 23rd, 2077, it was at the epicenter of what is now Cambridge Crater.
Anything's possible.
Then you understand why I've gone to such lengths to contain it. I thought the item was lost forever, until I heard the recent rumors of ill-gotten luck. I offered much for its safe return to this Protectron. Which is why this robot will soon launch itself into the depths of the glowing sea. There it can ruin the lives of rat scorpions. But first, payment for your trouble, and I assure you, we will never speak again.
Not now, Chief.
Almost ready to do another circuit. Only lost 2 men on the last one.
Hi, I'm Meg. You new to the hill? For 10 caps, I can give you the tour. Nobody knows a place like me.
Any chance I can get it for free?
Fine. The market's in the back, bar's in the corner, and the outhouse is over the wall. Bye.
You there. Caravan or raider?
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like. You there. Caravan or raider? Silent type, huh? Just don't cause any trouble.
It looks... quite